Hello again, Bill Jones, recapturefederalism.com, recapturefederalism.com on the net, on the YouTube channel. Probably won't see it. If you do, you're lucky. You worked it. I appreciate you coming because you had to work to get here because we're being suppressed by YouTube and Google, Alphabet Incorporated. All that good stuff, or bad stuff, right? They're advocating the overthrow of government. And anyway, let me just get right into this. What I do on all my presentations. I, William R. Jones, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, so help me God. I first took that oath in July 1965 when I joined the United States Navy. The enemy then was communism, as the enemy is now communism. And also, quick reading, page 26 of the Communist Manifesto, but communism abolishes eternal truth, it abolishes all religion and all morality. Communism abolishes eternal truth. Eternal truth such as freedom, justice, liberty. Okay, it abolishes all religion, Christianity, Judaism, and all morality. All morality. Based off the Ten Commandments. Ten Commandments. They want to live the life of the seven deadly sins. Seven deadly sins. Page 34 of the Communist Manifesto. Finally, they labor everywhere for the union and agreement of the democratic parties of all countries. And that's what you have. Union and democratic parties. And, okay? They're all communist. They're all communist. And people voting for Hillary, you're communist too. We're going to get into that. But next paragraph, the communists disdain to conceal their views and aims. They openly declare their ends that can be attained only by the forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions, that the ruling classes tremble at the communistic revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Working men of all countries unite. And as I say, they united in 1886, killed 7 Chicago police officers, Haymarket Square, Chicago. Forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions, ruling classes tremble at the communistic revolution. That is the union and agreement of the democratic parties. So when you go out and vote for democratic parties, you're committing treason. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. Okay? Breaking the law. And the title of this, Communist Hillary. Committing crimes against humanity. American humanity, that is. And they're also part of the Progressive Alliance, which is an international world communist organization. I have up here Rome statutes of the International Criminal Court, The Hague. And that's where you find the laws regarding crimes against humanity and genocide, too. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. And here we scroll down, while I was away, we scroll down to genocide and crimes against humanity. Killing members of the group, causing seriously bodily or mental harm to members of a group, deliberately inflicting the group condition of calculated to bring about the physical destruction in whole or in part. And here comes abortion. Imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group, forcibly transferring children of the group into another group. Okay? That's your genocide. That's abortion, genocide. 55 million people since the Democratic majority on the Supreme Court in 1973. That's 43 years of genocide we have going on. All the presidents, all the congressmen, all the senators have been allowing this. They did not do their constitutional duty, and that was impeach the Supreme Court justices. Okay? They didn't do their job. They're not doing their job now. I've given notice of treason. They don't listen to me. They don't listen. Silence. And then they got crimes against humanity. And for the purposes of the statute, means any of the following committed as part of a widespread or systematic attack directed against any civilian population. Now, murder, extermination. This is what happened with the communists in Cambodia, the killing fields. And we have killing fields here in America with abortion. Abortion. Killing fields. It's also crimes against humanity. Murder, extermination. Enslavement. That's what we have going on, enslavement. We're enslaved. We're all being enslaved. Forcible transfer of population. In 2010, they and I did a presentation on this about 3 years ago. They had internment camps, and I think they still do. They've gotten rid of the manuals on it, changed the manuals or something. But yeah, that's what they're intending to do. That's a political party supremacy. At the same time, they had commie care come through. Democrats run all three branches of government. Yeah. Enslavement, imprisonment of another, what have you. And the Bundys out there in Oregon, they were found not guilty, but they murdered the boy Finnegan. The Clintons murdered 76 men, women, and children. Waco, Texas. Yeah, crimes against humanity. So I'm not going to read it all. But I will bring this up. This is the guidelines on the organizational structure of the Communist parties, on methods and content of their work, adopted at the 24th session of the 3rd Congress of the Communist International, 12 July 1921. This is their tactics. It's built off of the Communist Manifesto from 1848, which is built off of the Communist Confession of Faith, 1847. But 1921. Now they've been using this. This is Ho Chi Minh from Vietnam went to Moscow. That's what he learned. That's what he was indoctrinated with. This was what he was indoctrinated with, going back to Vietnam. Started the Communist Party of Vietnam, which is what it's known as now, but it was known then as the Viet Minh. Viet Minh. So when I went over there in 1969 to Tonkin Gulf, Ho Chi Minh was still alive. But this is their tactics. General. Read here, first stage of communism is socialism. So Bernie Sanders, he's a socialist. He's really a communist. He was when he went over to Moscow on his honeymoon, 1966 or whatever, 1966. I was in the Navy. I was in on a ship, a carrier. We hunting Soviet communist submarines, and he was over in communist Soviet Union at the time. Yeah. That's one. Two, democratic centralism. This is where we have FDR, a communist. All this democratic centralism, violating the sovereignty of the states, violating the sovereignty, combination, obligation to do work. That's where you get communist community organizers. Oh, you got to do work. And then and how do they do the work? Well, they do it propaganda and agitation. Black Lives Matter, agitation, 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 violation of the Constitution, because you have violations of the Constitution. In the preamble, public officials take the oath, ensure domestic tranquility. Well, you have communist chaos, you don't have domestic tranquility. And communist chaos is treason, violation of Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution. Now, they have you believe, the confidence game, that the Constitution's a flowing document. It's not a flowing document. It's based upon Romans 13. It's a couple thousand years old. Also based on Judaism, another 3,000, whatever. And, the communists have you believing that the Bible is mythology. It's not mythology. It's a word and the truth. I know it's the word and the truth. I know that Jesus Christ is my living God. I know that. So what they're telling you is propaganda and agitation. Propaganda and agitation. You have WikiLeaks, Communist Hillary. She's taking religion and trying to change beliefs. Well, change beliefs, going from the truth and the word to Communist Manifesto and guidelines of the Communist Party right here. And we go 5 struggles or something. Political struggles, blah, blah, blah. You can read this. Go to Marxist.org and you can get this. Google Guidelines of the Communist Party, 1921. And, here we go. Here's all your press, okay? Since 1921, and that's... 1921, they only had the press then. Now it's all the media. All the media. All the media. They're communist. Very few progressive reporters. Very few non-progressive reporters. All of them, they're all party press. And as I say with Megyn Kelly on Fox, oh man, she has Republican strategists and Democratic strategists, the two political party supremacy political parties. What about we the people? We don't get no strategist. We don't get representative. I got a communist congressman. I am not representative. He belongs to a black, and I say this, black. It's communist word, loaded language of communism, 1965. God created Homo sapiens from the beginning, creation. Not mythology, from creation. And in 1965, communists created blacks, gays, and civil rights movement. That's why you have the communist leader of the Department of Justice. They have a civil rights division. That's communist. It's a communist division. Communist division. So then we're going to go structure of party. I always want to say organism, because they're screwing you. They're screwing you in this shit. Now, on the combination of legal and illegal work. Here we go. Here we go. This is on the combination. They admit, the communists admit that they are criminals. They are criminals. And our entire society, totalism, it's totalism. Communism is totalism in our total society, enslaving us all. Now, the first paragraph there, this is all has to do with soldiers, combat, insurrection. This is where I have my chart, the silent secret American insurrection and revolutionary movement. This is based. That title is based upon this Roman numeral 8 on the combination of legal and illegal work. And the first paragraph, corresponding to the different phases in the process of the revolution. Changes in function can occur in the daily life of every communist party. Basically, however, there is no essential difference in the party structure which a legal party on one hand and an illegal party on the other hand must strive for. Oh yeah. And the next paragraph, the party must be organized so that it can all times adapt itself quickly to changes and conditions of struggle. Oh yeah, struggle. Just like Hillary with this BS with the email stuff. Oh, adapting to quick changes and conditions. Quick change. She shouldn't even be running. She should not be running. Amendment 22, 22nd Amendment. And then the next big paragraph. The Communist Party must develop itself into a combat organization. Okay? And then for the party organization, prepare for expecting only insurrections, street fighting, or only conditions of most severe repression. In every situation, always be on a combat footing. Quite suddenly. Revolutionary next paragraph. Revolutionary uprisings for armed struggle, for illegal struggle. Oh yeah, illegal. And the let me see here. Yeah, this is the important one, where police are being targeted. They have been targeted since 1886 in Haymarket Square. In the 60s, they were called pigs, and now they're called pigs again. Of course, the military, we at the same period of time, in the 60s, we were called baby killers. We were demonstrated against. Anti-war. Anti-war translates to pro-communist war. Get out of Vietnam, let it turn pure communist, which it did. Re-education, internment camps, re-education camps. Oh yeah, do all that with the soldiers who vote in people like Hillary Clinton, a communist, treason. But I'm going to read this one paragraph. Nor can it otherwise, unless the leading revolutionary party has organized special work for these purposes in advance. For example, observing and exposing the political police requires special practice. An apparatus for clandestine communications can function swiftly and reliably only through extended regular operation, etc. Every legal communist party needs some kind of secret preparation, no matter how minimal. In all these areas is specialized in revolutionary work. Revolutionary work, that's in the United States, that's treason. That's work against the Constitution. That's part of the confidence game. Part of the confidence game. And let me read the last paragraph. Line item 59. Communist organizer regards every single party member and every revolutionary worker from the outset as he will be in his future historic role as soldier in our combat organization at the time of the revolution. Accordingly, he guides him in advance into that nucleus, that work which best corresponds to his future position and type of weapon. His work today must also be useful in itself, necessarily for today's struggle, not merely a drill which his practical worker today does not understand. The same work, however, is also part training for the important demands of tomorrow's final struggle. And I have in my notes Jade Helm. Jade Helm, I read this, reread this. I've been studying this for several years now. Jade Helm. Training. Get the police, get the local police, the federal agents, all getting them ready for re-education. And that's what you do, you soldiers, as you vote in Hillary Clinton, you're voting for future internment camps, re-education camps, over my dead body, probably, because I'm fighting the fight. Notice of treason. That's what you have to do. Those patriots need to go to county police, state police, file notice of treason, and get the state militias working against the insurrection of the Democratic Party, the Communist Democratic Party. And with that, I'm out of here. Bye.